It is early September and dozens of days since we last saw each other. Our communication has been a hit and miss operation ever since. Last week, you left me hanging at Krommelanke, texting back from Kantstraße. The sun was slowly descending into the west, leaving a decreasing field of light on the north-facing lakeshore. It dawned on me that the given time would not yield enough to get together that day. I take a 20-minute walk almost an hour later to the S-Bahn northeast. Clouds have gathered and rain starts pouring down. I run the last 100 meters to Mexikoplatz in a strange and unsteady fashion in the imbalance of the wet soles of my sandals. Clusters of people seeking shelter in a train station stand by my arrival. When the train finally arrives on the platform, I notice a few delayed text messages, but I'm unable to unlock the screen. I tried drying off my left hand, but there isn't any dry fabric left on any of my surfaces. I reach under my arm on the inside of my shirt for a less affected area. Amongst the density of passengers emitting heat, steam settles instantly upon the windows blinded outside by oblique trails of running water, compressing into tiny bubbles from the tension between speed and gravity. The blue evening sky seen fading outside the window's dim pockets of visibility. Beyond the tracks, lights stream by, shifting in and out of focus, creating amorphic halos that turn the window glass into a neon painting, illuminated by the reflection of the train cabin. As my attention shifts away from the glass paintings, my eyes briefly meet those of a man opposite to me, expressing a similar astonishment as his. With the exception of a few silent conversations, the passengers are relatively quiet, leaning inward. Our stifling becomes palpable as it hangs in the humid air. Traveling further northeast, the train collects new passengers, seemingly unaffected by the unceasing rain. They carry in differing volumes sounds, agendas, idleness, continue phone calls, papers, or portions thereof, dialogues, thoughts, listening from headphones, perpetually altering the ambience in the moving train car. I disembark at Yorkstraße. Heading east from the station, I trail off into a dark passageway. I allow my eyes to adjust to the darkness. The first in a row of bridges that cross over the passageway ends, opening up a small prospect of the night sky. I contemplate a huge crane that tapers up horizontally. Its dark outlines blend almost seamlessly into the sky as it croons soundlessly over the busy street below in a disparate conjoint. The sounds of passing vehicles bounce off the bridge's steel architecture and tiled walls onto the wet asphalt, amplifying its unsettling presence. A red light in the crane's cabin periodically lights on and off, as if a code, a warning. From this perspective, the crane's construction appears distorted, and I can't seem to recall it in particular amongst the horizon of cranes I'd memorized from my bathroom window. From my bathroom window, the assembly of cranes form a roof-like structure over the quarter around the train station. They've come to characterize the neighborhood's face, and due to ongoing delays, and indeed complete halts of construction, their initial tentative presence has gradually given way to one more concrete, monuments witnessing the constant reshaping and restructuring of the area. The feature that has been going on and off and on since I can remember, moving in 5 years ago. I remember a winter night in 2012. We couldn't sleep, and instead of lying awake or lying around, decided to leave the flat. It was around midnight. The calm sounds of our voices next to each other as we were walking, the endeavor to align our steps. Behind an abandoned warehouse, as if through a hole, we stepped into a dark path. The spacing between the pale, reflecting grey birches seemed to suggest a direction. I can't remember the texture of the ground. A moving silhouette? A noise between the moist leaves. Your hand grabs my elbow, and simultaneously we slowly quicken our pace. Our voices suddenly lower, mirroring an obtuse yet intrusive presence, an ambivalent arousal. A cruising ground? The exact place of this linear movement remains cut at both ends of my memory. Repeated walkthroughs, soundings, and the growing familiarity of my attachment to this scene have gradually located the space in my knowledge of the environment. Such replays slightly gravitate towards this moment of entry, as if the space itself was constructed around it, leaving some sort of demarcation line, pervaded by old rail tracks, pieces of timber, scattered leaves and debris that continues to allow me to recognize it intact, unobstructed, raw, unlocated within here.
This is